Hi guys, 2020. Well, it's been the year of the Starseed Awakening, alright? But if you haven't already identified your starry origins, this video will help you to remember where your soul originated from after it left source consciousness, so that you can reconnect to your purpose, survive the ascension, and fulfill your mission during 2021. I'm Hayden Crawford, and I'm a wellness coach and spiritual teacher specialising in colour therapy. 2020 certainly has been the year to remember, hasn't it? Many starseeds, like you, have been given this opportunity during the pandemic to do some soul searching and go inwards so that you can try and find a deeper meaning behind your life. Look, I know it hasn't been easy for many of us as we've been isolated from our loved ones whilst trying to cope with unprecedented change. Stepping outside of your comfort zone requires determination, confidence, courage, and faith. But it is absolutely essential if you want personal growth, consciousness expansion, and the opportunity to fulfill what it is that you came here to do. For those of you who are still in the process of awakening, let's recap on what a starseed actually is and explore 7 of the more common starry civilizations so that you can quickly identify which group you most align with. Now, it is quite common to feel a connection to more than one different group, and that's because we are ancient immortal beings of light living out temporary human experiences, and we exist simultaneously in many different realms. However, it is likely that you'll have stronger soul memories towards one particular civilization, so trust your gut here and don't second guess yourself. Your first guess is usually the correct one. So what is a starseed? Look, a starseed is a human that exists on the Earth at the present moment. However, whilst all starseeds are human by birth and by DNA, their souls originate from outside of the Earth plane. So they come in from higher dimensional realities, from parallel universes, from different galaxies, from different star systems and planets, and even planes of existence. One thing that all starseeds have in common is that they're here to help with the conscious evolution of humanity and raise the vibe of the planet into 5th dimensional consciousness. Okay, so first of all, we're going to look at Lyran starseeds, and if you're one of these, you'll be closely linked to the red base chakra energies. And this is because you've mastered survival in the physical and you are fearless, passionate and grounded. Lyra is a relatively small constellation that's surrounded by Hercules, Cygnus and Draco. The brightest star in Lyra is known as Vega. Now, Lyrans have incarnated into other star systems as well, such as the Pleiades, Arcturus and even Sirius. And throughout their evolution, they've colonised many different star systems, so they span out across the universe. Lyran starseeds are some of the oldest souls in the entire galaxy, and the Lyran race played a vital role in the creation of humanity. They offered the element of fire to Earth and seeded some of the first souls into Atlantis. They brought in a very strong work ethic and physical energy into the Lemurian and Atlantean races. Lyran beings are diverse in appearance but have some very common behavioural traits. Feline features are prominent in Lyrans. Their eyes and nose look like cats. However, whilst most of the Lyrans do look like cats, there are others that look like birds. Oh, and just to clarify, if you are a Lyran starseed, it doesn't mean to say that you're going to look like a cat or a bird, but you may take on some of the characteristics, or some of the physical appearance can come through, but you may also feel a connection to cats themselves, so you might have a few cats as pets, for example. Now, Lyrans are extremely persistent and very spontaneous and love to be involved in many different activities. They are very high energy but often burn themselves out, and they use up this supply of energy and then feel like they want to look for something else to do. They tend to immerse themselves in the physical world to the max and enjoy indulging in good food and drink and music and even sex. They love pushing their physical limits and seek out adventure and thrills. Lyran starseeds are natural leaders because they're very experienced and are comfortable living in the 3rd dimension. They have an underlying sense of authority, so people tend to gravitate towards them and trust their opinions. They make exceptional athletes because they know how to harness their physical powers extremely well. If you want to discover more about the Lyran Starseeds, then make sure that you watch my dedicated video on the Lyran Starseeds, which you'll find in the links section below. Also, if you want to discover what your Starseed mission is for 2021, keep watching because it's in the second part of this video. Next, let's recap on the Sirian Starseeds. Now, this culture is closely aligned with not only the Sacral Chakra energies, but also the Throat Chakra too. And that's because they resonate with creative expression, all forms of it in fact. So they're far more aligned with the arts than sciences. They love music and drama and poetry, and writing and publishing too. You'll often find them working within mystical healing or witchcraft and energy work. Sirius, or the blue planet, is by far the most vibrant star in our heavens, and it's been blessed with multiple suns. It's 20 times brighter than our sun, and it's been recognised as being the most important star with regards to the future of humanity, because we're moving towards more of a Sirian culture on our planet ourselves. Sirians are simple in the way that they approach life, but are deeply spiritual and intelligent. They are the diamonds of the planet. They achieve their goals easily and are open-minded and hyper-efficient. Sirians are very calm and resourceful, and it's extremely difficult to provoke anger within them. They're stable and secure, even when the whole world seems to be crashing down around them. They're the quiet achievers and will always see their projects through to finality. They tend not to have that many friends because they don't trust that many people. If you're a Sirian Starseed, you'll absolutely adore losing yourself in the world of fantasy through movies, games and books, and this is because it reminds you of being on your own home star system. The other thing is your imagination and memory are extremely vivid as well, so that you may find that you really align with wizards or witchcraft or even shamanic cultures as well. It's very interesting to observe how many Sirians enjoy body art as well through tattoos, and they can be personified as the geeks or the goths in society. Again, if you want a more concise description of the Sirian Starseeds, then you can always watch my dedicated video, which you'll find in the link section below. Stay tuned as well if you want to find out what your Sirian Starseed mission is for 2021, as it comes up in the second part of this video. Next, let's recap on the Orion Starseed traits. These beings align with the solar plexus chakra because they are experts at teaching people how to master their willpower, but also they've got sharp, bright, intellectual minds that adore researching and learning new information. Since the beginning, Orion was considered to be one of the most noticeable and prominent constellations in our heavens. Located in Gemini, it's home to many different types of star beings. Orion is where masculine and feminine consciousness integrate, so they tend to operate from a place of duality. Orion Starseeds have a significant role to play on the Earth. They have a powerful way of being able to inspire people and the world to align with the universe. Now, both positive and negative races originating from Orion currently inhabit the Earth. And many different starseeds from the Pleiades or Andromeda have spent time and have had lifetimes within Orion before they incarnated here. Orions excel at logical thinking and tend to understand the mind better than most. They perceive the world through the mind rather than the emotions, and so need to tend to see evidence of something before believing in it. They need structure and strategy, and often finish projects before they start the next one. And they've got an insatiable appetite for information and will do anything that they can to be able to learn something new. They are not motivated by monetary gains and tend to spend wisely to improve their situations and prefer to run their own businesses. They inspire people to hold a vision of the new Earth and lead by example. Souls from Orion have very fixed beliefs and frequently try and get other people to conform to their way of thinking. They don't understand why other people's minds work differently, so tend to be quite opinionated and critical. If you want more information about the Orion Starseeds, then watch my dedicated video on the Orion Starseeds, which you will find in the links section below. Next, let's recap on the Pleiadian Starseeds. Now, these ancient immortal beings embody the heart chakra energy, and so are helping humanity with unconditional love and unity. The Pleiadian civilization evolved millions of years ago, and their DNA was used to breed many humans. They offered a genetic blueprint for the first humans in Atlantis and Lemuria, as well as the whales and dolphins. And they're from a very small star cluster located near the constellation of Taurus. Millions of Pleiadian souls have inhabited the Earth since the time of Lemuria, and their purpose is to advise humanity about source consciousness so that they can ascend with ease and grace. Pleiadian starseeds have a deep connection with sex and sensuality, as they recognise that it is the physical manifestation of love and can be used as a powerful tool for energy healing. These empathic starseeds have an eternal desire for peace and happiness for all humanity. They are kind, calm and uplifting and a joy to be around. Often other people seek out their company because of their free-spiritedness. They are beautiful, loving and very compassionate beings as well, and they'll look for opportunities to be involved in nurturing others, and they adore the whole concept of nature and nurture. They're attracted to anything mystical and challenge social norms, define traditional gender roles. They tend to have food intolerances and sensitivities and try far too hard to please other people. But more than anything else, they need peace and sharing to remain happy and balanced. So did you identify with the Pleiadian starseeds? Well, if you want to know more, then please watch my dedicated video, which you will find in the link section below. And then if you want to know more about what your purpose and mission is for 2021, then continue watching because it's in the second half of this video. Next, let's recap on the Andromedan starseeds. Now, these freedom-seeking beings are aligned to the energies of the upper heart and the crown. And this is because they love guiding people towards more self-love and acceptance, whilst maintaining a really solid spiritual connection. So this is my main soul family. I'm part of a very small percentage of the population that comes from Andromeda, which is a star system 22 million light years away from planet Earth. And I've been sent here on a mission to assist humanity through the ascension process with ease and grace into the golden age. So anyone with an Andromedan planetary origin seeks freedom. They lust after this feeling of freedom and often change jobs, homes and relationships in their search. At some point, they recognise that this feeling that they have of feeling trapped isn't due to their actual circumstances, and that sense of freedom actually comes from within. It is found only by developing self-love and the inner spiritual self. The experienced Andromedan understands this and utilises this wisdom to be able to create a reality that enables their true needs to be honoured. So the Andromedan starseeds must work on issues of self-confidence and love. And only when these have been developed from within will they regain that sense of inner freedom and spiritual connectedness. They must also learn to have complete faith and trust in themselves. Over time, the connection between self and God is solidified, enabling past life memories to flow and old talents to re-emerge. Many Andromedans discover that their true skills lay in healing and teaching and helping other people to reacquaint themselves with true self-love and self-acceptance. If you want to investigate further into the Andromedan starseed traits, then please watch my dedicated video that you'll find in the link section below. And stay tuned for the second part of this video, which will reveal what your starseed purpose is for 2021. Next, let's recap on the Arcturian starseeds. These expressive beings are aligned to the energies of the throat chakra. Being an Arcturian starseed means that you'll be attracted to communication, advanced technology, and broadcasting information. If you come from Arcturus, you'll want to rediscover your purpose and be a guiding light to spread the truth around the planet. Arcturus is a star located in the Boots constellation. It's considered to be an archaic star, so beings from Arcturus are considered to be ancient. The Arcturian starseeds are great communicators and are here to teach, so love nothing more than sharing their wisdom. Beings from Arcturus are pioneers of a new future on Earth with a particular emphasis on technology and community living. And they want to bring about balance and sustainability within the environment. They have the ability to communicate telepathically and can transmit information via colours, sacred patterns and even sounds. Starseeds can actually see geometric patterns when they close their eyes. The frequencies of these colours, shapes and sounds may hold information, lessons related to the structure of the universe and the laws that govern it. They will also develop new sources of energy and new ways of being able to harness energy for the future. They're drawn to quantum physics and are fantastic organisers, designers and builders. If this has intrigued you and you want to find out more about the Arcturian starseeds, then head down into the links section below and watch my dedicated video. Remember also, you'll be rediscovering your starseed mission for 2021 later on in this video. And finally, let's recap on the Hyadian starseed traits. These ancient immortal beings align with the energies of the third eye and crown chakra because they're the vision holders of the starseed mission on Earth. Aldebaran is the brightest star in the Hyades. It's a giant red star in the constellation of Taurus with a diameter 44 times that of our Sun. It appears to follow the Pleiades through the night sky. Aldebaran has been spiritually recognised for its alignment with divinity, and the family of Michael is violet and blue-ray descendants of the First Order of the Melchizedek Elohim Grail line. The Hyadians are at the intergalactic epicentre of many different types of races because they stop there in between their travels. It's full of many different types of beings, but the original race was feline, and actually they're beautiful white humanoid lions that stand on two legs and they've got hands. Hyadian starseeds are the gentlest of all beings. They're soft, kind, compassionate, with a deep silent wisdom. They only tend to get upset if their loved ones are under attack. Hyadian starseeds are giving people pleasers and are highly unlikely to let anybody down. Even if they've been treated badly, they very rarely give up on somebody because they want to continue to be able to help and to heal. Hyadian starseeds have got enormous charisma, just like a lion, so be prepared to be swooned. The Hyadian starseeds in the angelic realm and the Hyadian starseeds on Earth share the same vision. Both are lovers of simplicity and harmony and peace and love, so they would prefer to disengage with anything that is too modern or technological. They like old natural ways of being, so prefer the more simplistic methods of yesteryear. The Hyadians were taught high wisdom, and they want to teach others the proper use of this knowledge and not through the dark methods that the Illuminati and the Freemason initiates used. Instead, they prefer teaching through angelic channeling. The Hyadian starseeds hold the vision for global leaders and world servers, inspiring new administrative processes for world affairs that inspire global change. Now please remember, we've only concentrated on 7 of the main starseed races during this video. There are heaps more that you may align with. The majority of people fall into the 7 categories I've explained, but who knows, your soul might have originated from Cassiopeia or Procyon. It might have come from the blue avian race, or even like the Antarians or the Alpha Centaurians or the Vegans. So do your own research and you'll come to your own conclusions with it. Oh, and remember, if you want to learn more about the Hyadian starseeds, then watch my dedicated video on them, which you'll find in the links section below. So, now that you've identified your soul origin, how are you best going to use your cosmic gift to best support the ascension of humanity into 2021? Now remember, in numerology, 2021 reduces to a universal year cycle 5, which is Mercury in the colour mirrors system, which is green over green, and it's about communication, travel and versatility. So we're going to move away from the restrictions of a universal year cycle 4, which is about change and disruption of old order, and it's quite restrictive, into more freedom-seeking 5 energy. So this is going to influence the whole of the year ahead. Super exciting, eh? So when we pair this energy up with your personalized starseed energy, a whole new purpose and mission unravels itself in front of your very eyes. And here they all are. So if you've identified as being a Lyran starseed, then your focus for 2021 needs to be on helping people to clear base chakra issues. Now these include, but are not limited to, feeling safe on the planet, security, survival, patterns of martyrdom or victimhood, resentment, suppressed anger, pain and struggle, and even materialism. Now continue to be a guiding light and encourage people to take action towards their goals fearlessly with passion and determination. You'll also be helping people to step out of judgment. Remember that you attract what you judge in life, and anger is an emotion that gets locked into the cells when we judge. And it means that you'll just have to keep on doing things over and over again until you learn that lesson. Now, Lyran starseeds intrinsically understand that judgment keeps us in separation, and if we're in judgment, we can't have any hope of attaining unity consciousness. You will be guiding humanity to transcend the role of the victim and reclaim the vitality to assertively discover their own solutions so that they can release resistance and activate the change that they're looking for in their own lives. If you've identified as a Sirian starseed, then your focus for 2021 needs to be on helping people to clear sacral and throat chakra issues. Now, these include, but are not limited to, blocked creativity, poor communication skills, issues with fertility, stress levels being too high, no self-value, thyroid issues, and shock and trauma and codependency. Now, shine your calming influence into the world and help people to reclaim their independence, their creativity, and also their ability to start manifesting all of the things that they truly desire. You'll also be helping people to learn how to forgive and see the perfection in everything. Remind people to forgive themselves first, and then others, and then their creator. Remember that you wouldn't have experienced shock and trauma if you didn't have a need to learn forgiveness on some level. Now, Sirian starseeds understand fully that forgiveness is never about condoning bad behaviour, but forgiving others at a soul level so that you can set yourself free. Sirian starseeds see the perfection in everything because it's their normal state of being from their own home star system. Continue to show people how to release the need to control everything and see the magic in every single moment. And this will help them to overcome feelings of restriction and anxiety. Did you identify as being an Orion starseed? Well, if you did, then your focus for 2021 needs to be on helping people to clear their solar plexus chakra issues. Now, these include, but are not limited to, low self-esteem, fear, confusion, overwhelm and stress, also eating disorders and being too serious or critical of other people. And nervousness comes up in this as well, and also depression. Now, you can continue to teach people to master their willpower, let go of self-doubt, and start to have more fun in their lives as well. You'll also be empowering others to reclaim their authentic power and wisdom and see the divine in everything. This will help them to feel the joy, and as a byproduct, we get the ascension process. Now, you can't ascend until you feel joy, and you can't feel joy until you reclaim your authentic power. So joy is the opposite of ego and is actually more powerful. By showing people how to bring more love into their personal power, you'll also show them how to become an alchemist. Now, as an Orion starseed, you intrinsically know how to turn base metal into gold and manifest the life that you desire. Now, the transformation from yellow to gold demonstrates this evolution to true power and wisdom and value exceptionally well. Did you identify as being a Pleiadian starseed? Well, if you did, then your focus for 2021 needs to be on helping people to clear heart chakra issues. Now, these include, but are not limited to, a lack of self-love, burnout, poor boundaries, overwhelm, craving space, jealousy, envy, the inability to express anger, and also just feeling like you want more freedom within your life as well. Now, You can harness your kind, caring, uplifting nature to help people to bring more balance, harmony, and peace back into their lives. You will be showing people how to create more space in their lives so that they can open up to greater levels of acceptance, love, and compassion. You understand that self-love is the key to opening up to greater levels of abundance within your life. You activate the flow. And actually, when you learn to love yourself completely and you open up to loving other people, you can give and receive without restriction. You will lead by example, revealing the secrets to respecting yourself and others. Pleiadian starseeds are free spirits and enjoy intimacy with others. So you can show people how to enjoy healthy relationships by setting clear boundaries so that jealousy doesn't arise. If you've identified as being an Andromedan starseed, then thumbs up, you're part of my soul family, yay, and your focus will be on helping people to clear upper heart and crown chakra related issues, which include, but are not limited to, a lack of self-worth, a lack of self-love, and also a lack of faith, feeling stuck, also an inability to express anger and feeling isolated or lonely or experiencing grief as well. So you've really got to be able to harness and activate your profound healing and teaching abilities so that you can help people to rediscover their inner wisdom and be of service, and then they'll feel greater freedom, faith, and fulfillment. If you are an Andromedan starseed that has reclaimed their personal light and power, then you'll also be helping people to recognize that they too are God in a body. That actually they never left home in the first place. There was never any separation. Nothing was ever lost, so there's nothing to grieve for. You will be a guiding light, showing people how to feel that deep sense of inner freedom by activating this broader awareness that they are God in a body. Show others to truly see the value in themselves so that they can transcend their limitations, activate their spiritual heart, and hold a very clear vision of the emerging golden age. If you've identified as being an Arcturian starseed, then your focus for 2021 is going to be helping people to clear throat chakra related issues. Now, these include, but are not limited to, poor communication, feeling like you're not heard, high stress levels, problems with masculinity, nightmares, or learning difficulties. Now, you really need to step into your power and share that wonderful information that you hold with the rest of the world. You'll be offering new ways of being able to harness energy, but also advancing technology and bringing about a wave of cutting edge information. You will be inspiring people to keep their vision so clear that they'll only be able to see the perfection in everything as it unfolds. Speaking your spirit comes naturally to you, so by expressing your truth and wisdom, you will be encouraging other people to do the same thing. You'll help them to let go of the fear of moving forward and reconnect to the angelic realms. Become a pioneer of new earth energies by shining your peaceful light out into the world as a sensitive, brilliant and honest authority in your field. If you've identified as being a Hyadian starseed, then your focus for 2021 will be on helping people to clear third eye and crown chakra related issues, which include, but are not limited to, fear of abandonment, manipulation, addictions, mental disassociation or mental illnesses, despair, and troubles with authority. You could activate your profound gift of being able to angelically channel so that you can continue to be of spiritual service whilst also promoting stable changes in global affairs. One of the most powerful ways to be able to influence humanity at this time is to not only hold a very clear vision of the future, but also to let go of self-judgment. As a powerful being of light, you have always been innocent and a perfect aspect of God. By helping to teach people that guilt is the biggest misunderstanding of all, you will help to set them completely free. You are actually here to remind the world of the power of now and initiate a new spiritual blueprint across the globe. You are a true bridging energy between heaven and earth. The world is changing rapidly. A series of quantum leaps have projected us into the new Earth matrix. If you watch the horizon for long enough, you will witness the emerging new dawn shining her crystalline light across the lands, illuminating the shadows of a time already forgotten. Dear Starseeds, your role as light bearer was agreed upon long ago, a contract signed willingly and lost in the midst of time. Next year is the beginning of a brand new era for the human race. The dawning of the golden age of Aquarius is finally here. Oh, and remember, there has never been a more important time to anchor your light into the world and do the work. So what are you waiting for? Please leave a few comments below to let me know how you're going to be able to utilise the wisdom that you learned today to be of service to others. I'll see you in 2021. Bye for now.